Ronald Koeman veers away from his classic 4-2-3-1 into a 4-4-2. Let's break down exactly how effective this has been against Osasuna. Let's get to it. Hello guys, welcome back to El Merengue Culé. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and straight off the bat, we are not playing a 4-2-3-1 against Osasuna. It is a 4-4-2 in which we have Mingueza as the right center back. It's De Jong and Pedri playing as a two midfielders slash defensive mids. We'll get to how they're positioned. It's Coutinho on the left hand side, Messi on the right hand side, and Griezmann and Braithwaite playing as the double nine. And so far at halftime, this has proven to be extremely effective against an Osasuna whose mentality is to sit back, five in the back, and look to break down on the outsides. Straight off the bat, you notice Braithwaite's energy. He's pressing that back line. And creating very good movement to create space mainly for Griezmann and also for himself to find the ball. One of the key aspects of Barcelona's system in today's game is the point of expanding the field and trying to liberate Messi, whether it be kind of towards in the midfield or on the wing, and then from there it's always the same run from Griezmann, from Braithwaite. It's a diagonal run that every time Messi is spotting on. It's honestly, I'm not gonna lie guys, I think this is the best Barcelona we have seen play under Ronald Koeman. We mentioned how this double nine formation in which both Griezmann and Braithwaite are making very attacking runs, diagonal attacking runs. It also opens up the option for a potential cross. We have seen multiple times Serginho Dest, Jordi Alba being found on the outside and then putting a cross in, and it is being effective. Why? Because there are two headaches, right? Again, both Braithwaite and Griezmann are both headaches, and yes, they have five in the back, so numerically they do have that advantage. However, with Coutinho also coming in, it just creates this headache. It creates this mess that is resulting to be very effective, giving us a lot of options. Now, this is probably the best version of Griezmann that we have seen, possibly at Barcelona, and I want to credit that again to that double nine formation. I couldn't help but think of this Griezmann that we normally see in France, where he plays alongside Giroud. Well, let's be real, Giroud is not the best of strikers, but he takes some of that pressure off of Griezmann. Now there's two center backs having to mark two forwards. It gives Griezmann more time. It gives Griezmann an option to do a 1-2. It liberates Griezmann, and you know, we saw this again with Suarez last season, how effective Griezmann can be under a two-striker formation. I also couldn't help but notice the energy that this Barcelona team is bringing onto the field. I want to accredit that to the resting that we saw against Dynamo Kiev, where Messi didn't even get called up, De Jong didn't get called up. And overall, Coutinho was also hurt, so he hasn't been stacking up those minutes. I am seeing a rejuvenated Barcelona, and in terms of the midfield, it's interesting to see, despite De Jong being statistically our most defensive player, it's actually Pedri sitting the furthest back. This formation is affecting the way we break out of the back whenever Osasuna actually presses us. However, up top, it is too beneficial to switch it out to the 4-2-3-1 in this game. And after grinding, after working, minute 29, a sloppy goal actually came. And, initially I was left with so many questions. I was like, is this a goal? Who scored it? Is it a potential foul? And at the end of the day, it was a goal from Braithwaite. Messi did not actually end up touching the ball. Happy days. And later in the 40th minute, Osasuna actually gets one back. Luckily, though, it did get called offsides. It was offsides. No questions about that. And then right before halftime, what a peach. What a stunner from Griezmann. Again, looking happy, dancing, celebrating. That is the Griezmann we want to see. It is beautiful. And right before we wrap it up for the halftime, there's so much to talk about this half. Mingueza has been impressive to the point where, Araujo comes back in probably for next game. There was debate if he was gonna be in the squad list for this game. He was not. However, I think he is contesting that starting 11 spot from Araujo again due to that Piqué injury, which he will probably be out for 6-8 months. Guys, I'll leave it like that at halftime. I will see you guys in the end of the game. A 4-0 goleada from Barcelona. Beautiful game. Beautiful gesture from Messi to Maradona. let's break down the second half. Off the get-go, Pedri gets subbed out for Busquets, and I couldn't help but compare the two players and their performances. Yes, they're different types of players, but the first thing that I noticed was that Busquets does not track those runners from the midfield that do those diagonal runs into kind of like the outside back position. Whereas Pedri was constantly doing that, and it did help us a lot to neutralize that fast counterattack that we knew Osasuna was going to look for, especially in the early moments of the game when they're, the counterattack was their game play, their strategy. In addition, obviously Busquets is a much slower player, and as soon as Busquets gets the ball, he slows down the tempo. When Pedri wins the ball back, his first thought, his first touch is forward, looks to break a line by a pass, looks to break a line through dribble, whereas Busquets, he stops, he looks around, maybe drops the ball, plays it cool, not saying one's better than the other, just different tactics, different tools to implement for different games. If Koeman still decides to, try Pedri in a more central, more center defensive mid style of position. In addition, Busquets also definitely improved the breaking out of the back. The option he provides is a lot better. He finds a lot better positions than this young Pedri. I mean, he is 18 years old. We can't blame him. But we continue. In the 56th minute, the 3-0 actually came from a goal of Coutinho. And again, just like in the first half, I want to credit this goal mainly to Braithwaite. What Braithwaite is doing is he allows Coutinho, he allows Griezmann, sometimes Messi, not as much this game, to face the goal. But not only that, to face the goal without the pressure of having three center backs swarming in at you, closing the space down. He gives you space, he gives you time, he gives you room to think, room to act, room to score, and that's exactly what happened. Beautiful pass from Griezmann to Coutinho, 3-0, happy days, everybody looking extremely happy. 4 minutes later, Koeman decides to sub out Braithwaite, Coutinho, and Serginho Dest. I think mainly that Serginho Dest was just to prevent potential injuries, as he hadn't been coming into this game 100% fit. Brings on Firpo, Trincao, and Ousmane Dembele. The system automatically switched. Messi was occupying a higher position, a higher, more central position. Firpo playing on the right-hand side. Obviously, wrong profiled, a left-footed player on the right-hand side. And it did create a few problems. He did mess up a few times because of that wrong profile. No big deal in the big picture. Trincao, I felt he had a pretty good game. Explosive, trying to make the decisive change, trying to be an important factor, and I think he was. Unfortunately, he did miss the potential 5-0 at the end of the game. And Dembele, we'll get to him in a little bit. Everything is going well. We are cruising at this point. Osasuna is out of options, and unfortunately, Lenglet picks up an injury. We had talked about this. I don't think it was in the pregame. I think it was in the game before. This is pretty bad. Not gonna lie, guys. It is an ankle injury. I don't know how serious it is. Let's hope it's not a serious long-term injury. But the solution to this was to bring De Jong as a center back next to Mingueza, and then bring on Aleña to replace De Jong. Aleña had a pretty good game. Again, very passive player, loves to maintain the ball, doesn't risk passes forward. Was the perfect player for this situation. From there, Ousmane Dembele finds that 4-0, happy days. Griezmann looking happy, Dembele looking happy. The team gelling well, different strategy than in the first half, right? It was a complete different system. However, the goal was taken back. Initially, it was taken back due to a foul on Messi, in which Messi's dribbling and his momentum crashes onto the center back, which I think nobody thought that was a foul. Eventually, it was clarified to be an offside on Trincao, which is acceptable. It makes a lot more sense than a foul on Messi. That didn't make any sense at all. But we continue straight off the bat. From there, we continue with the energy, and you can tell Messi was looking to get the ball. In the first half, he took this role of directing the orchestra, doing the dirty work, looking for the passes, not really looking for him to get in the scoreboard. However, it was different now. He was on a mission, and he does so. A beautiful golazo across the body from the left foot to the right-hand corner, and he dedicates it to Diego Maradona. A beautiful gesture to Messi's idol. Takes off his Barcelona shirt, and underneath is the Maradona jersey. Beautiful, beautiful gesture. It was nice to see this game after Maradona's passing, that this game was dedicated to him from the get-go. They had a little ceremony for him, they had a moment of silence, and, you know, to Diego Maradona, this game was a beautiful game for Diego Maradona, an idol, a legend that will live amongst us in the world of football. Guys, I think this is possibly one of Barcelona's best performances under Koeman. In my opinion, definitely Griezmann's best performance under Koeman. Braithwaite, amazing game. Also, guys, congratulations to Nikhil Borate correctly predicting the 4-0 Barcelona victory. This is your shout out. And your name is now officially on the leaderboard. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed today's game, hit a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. What did you like of this game? What did you not like of this game? Let me know all of it down below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell on, guys. And as always, Visca Barça!